Hi there, my name is Mark Jensen. I'm 41 years old, living in Copenhagen, Denmark, and I run a medium-sized logistics and warehousing company operating across Scandinavia and parts of Central Europe. Today I want to share my experience with AlSapital and the impact their investment training had on how I approach money, both in my personal life and in business. To give you some context, I've been running businesses for over 15 years. I've gone through ups and downs, from cash flow crises to record-breaking quarters. I always thought I had a decent grip on finances. I read balance sheets, manage budgets, and understand margins. But I'll be honest, investing? That felt like a completely different world. Sure, I had a private pension, a few insurance-linked savings products, and the usual corporate bank relationships. But I never really took the time to understand how money could work for me beyond the boundaries of my own business. At some point, and I think many business owners will relate, I realized I was sitting on idle capital. Money that was either lying dormant in low-interest accounts, locked up in illiquid assets, or being eaten away by inflation. And it hit me. I know how to earn money. I know how to grow a business. But I don't really know how to manage wealth. That's what led me to AlSapital. I wasn't looking for a get-rich-quick scheme or some stock-picking guru. I was looking for structure, a system, a team that could walk me through the logic of investing with the same professionalism I expect in my own business. I came across AlSapital through a recommendation and joined one of their intro sessions. Straight away, I was impressed. There was no hard sell, no pressure, just a clear breakdown of what they offer. A structured learning path, real human support, and an education-first philosophy. And to me, that was key. I didn't want to be talked down to. I didn't want to sit through endless theory. I wanted clarity, relevance, and action. So I enrolled. From the start, I was impressed with how efficiently the training was designed. It respects your time. It's well-paced, but it also holds you accountable. The materials are high quality, and more importantly, they're digestible. No jargon, no fluff. Every module builds on the last. You go from foundational knowledge, understanding stocks, bonds, ETFs, market cycles, to more strategic thinking, portfolio construction, risk management, tax planning, global diversification. But what really stood out for me was the applied nature of the learning. This isn't theory. You're not just watching slides and ticking boxes. You're working through real scenarios, reviewing case studies, and, most importantly, getting direct feedback from seasoned professionals. The mentoring aspect is worth its weight in gold. Being able to ask questions, get a second opinion, or even have someone challenge your assumptions. That's what builds real confidence. And confidence is exactly what I was lacking when it came to investing. A few months into the program, I started implementing what I learned. I restructured my personal finances, opened a proper investment account, moved a portion of my business reserves into a diversified, liquid portfolio tailored to my goals. I'm not chasing moonshots or speculating on hype. I'm investing with purpose and with a framework I trust. The results? Well, I'm not here to boast about returns. That's not the point. The point is that I understand what I'm doing now. I sleep better. I make informed decisions. I've started planning for things I previously postponed: early retirement options, an international property fund, a more strategic way to handle profit distribution, and perhaps the most surprising change? I've started having smarter conversations with my accountant, my CFO, and even my teenage son, who's now more curious about investing than gaming. That alone is worth the time and money I put into the course. If you're a business owner or professional who's built something real, but you still feel unsure about what to do with the wealth you've created, I honestly recommend you take this step. Learning to invest is not just for bankers or hedge fund guys. It's for anyone who wants long-term control and peace of mind. And AlCapital does it right. No gimmicks, just clarity, structure, and results. A huge thank you to the team. Your work really does empower people.